What up YouTube? It's your boy Taekwon back with another video so quickly. Today we got RSVP Remix with Sakay, Big Naughty, Tradell, and Woody Gochild off of Higher Music's Blue Tape. So I'm actually about to release the shrimp into the aquarium now. So I'm gonna go ahead and show you guys. Actually, let me show you, see if we can see any of these actual shrimp in the bag. You can kind of see them, but not really. So yeah, let's go ahead and get these guys ready. See if we can see them drop in there or not. All right, so they've been acclimating now for a little bit, and I'm gonna trust that this water is fine because shrimp are very picky about their water, and I thought I was just gonna do it just tap and not anything crazy, but after reading some more things last night, I added some pH conditioner to try and get it as close to 7 as possible. So I think that's gonna be the best chance for these guys to be able to not only survive but reproduce. So first we got the blue Rilis, and these are gonna go in right now. I think that's all of them. I don't know how many actually dropped within camera view or not, but yeah, it looks like those are all the blue Rilis that dropped in there. Let's see if we can see any. There's none in that view, but there's one sitting right here on the log. Come on, focus, my guy. And I only got like 6 of them or something like that. I think Joe's Aqua actually sent me more. So thank you for that, Joe's. I'll put a link in there in the description below. So then let's release the crystal reds as well. Oops. Excuse me for that. Alright, let's see these guys go into their new environment. And I don't really want to, keep them, once I've opened the bag up, I don't want to mess around with anything, so I think they're going to have their best chance just Alright, it looks like they've all kind of made their way onto this leaf here. Let's see if I can zoom in a little bit. Alright, so these guys are supposed to be S to SS grade crystal red shrimp, and it looks like they're going to town already on the algae, which is really, really a good sign. Like I said, I was worried this morning because I kept reading that the crystal reds need a pH under 7, from 6.5 to 7. And my water in Chicago, I've just started testing it yesterday, is like a high 7.6 going towards 8, and I believe it's hard. So, I've been using water conditioner from, let's see, what was I using here? The Slime Coat water conditioner from, I believe, ATI, as well as aquarium salts. And then this morning I also used the pH conditioner to try and get it as close to 7 as possible before I put these guys in, because yeah, this water was testing at 7.6, and everyone was telling me that for these guys to breed you need to be at 6.5 to 7 max. So we'll see how it works out, and if they like the conditions and if the environment's favorable enough for them to actually start breeding. But it looks like they're extremely small, so it's gonna probably take some time for these guys to grow a little bit, especially once we're able to find and identify if there are any females in here. So I did get 20 of these guys. I think they send like 21 to cover DOA policy or whatnot, but it did look like they sent me more blue Rilis than 6. So thank you so much, Joe's Aqua. I appreciate that, and hopefully, you know, those guys start reproducing as well. But these are the ones that I'm focusing on right here. And just to let you know, the crystal red shrimp breeding guide, the criteria for grading them is kind of based off of this guide right here. And I'm kind of stealing this off of the shrimp farm, but if you guys can see, and sorry for the light, you know, we have grades everywhere from C, which would be the worst, all the way up to SSS. And if you can tell, the more white the shrimp has, the better its grade and quality are going to be. So from Joe's Aqua, I ordered, I believe, what they considered S to SS grade shrimp. So if you can tell with these two, you know, we should probably be seeing, you know, a couple red stripes, but a lot of white. So 2-3 red stripes and a lot of white, versus the super best grade, you might have a stripe or 2, and the entire one is white. So yeah, let's take a look, because I don't think I saw any of the red ones. There could be some of the B grade and A grade, because I don't know where they got or sourced some of these crystal reds from. And I'm hoping, my fingers crossed, that everything here is sourced responsibly. And you know, I do really care about all of these animals, you know, every individual shrimp. So each one I lose or something, you know, it does mean a lot to me. But yeah, if we can tell, like some of these ones, like that one right there is beautiful. It's got, but I guess on his carapace there, the big red might be too much red, but he's got a ton of white. Yeah, that's gonna be more S grade, I think, because there's like, you know, 3 big stripes there. And it looks like most of them are just congregating on the leaf. But let's see, we take a look at something like this. Yeah, so here, you know, there is a good amount of white, but about, you know, 3 red stripes, but just a beautiful, you know, definitely tons of white on these shrimp. So in terms of the grade of the crystal reds that I received from Joe's Aqua, I'm actually really surprised and happy to see a lot of white, a lot of reds. They do look healthy. None of them were DOA, so they were live, you know, shipped Monday for Tuesday, so you would kind of expect that. But you know, they did go the extra mile to make sure that the heat pack was in there and that they were at an appropriate shipping temperature, which I do appreciate a lot. Besides just, you know, just an easy stamp on the outside, cost you a couple bucks, that just says live fish or live shrimp or careful or whatever, so the UPS guy's not tossing these guys over the fence, which they do in Chicago all the time, 24/7. But that'd be my only advice to these guys. I'm really happy with the quality, grade, and everything that I've gotten so far. Obviously just dropped them in, so we'll let them acclimate, get adjusted, but they are going to town already, so that's always a great sign. And like I said, I did remove the bettas from this tank because they're so small. I don't think that they would have necessarily eaten them, but these are expensive shrimp, so even losing one to a betta grabbing a snack is not worth it. Plus I have tons of ghost shrimp in here that I'm breeding as well, that I kind of set up the environment for to make sure that these guys are going to be okay. And so far they look fine. They look like they're going to town and they were hungry. So like, especially this guy right here. Like this guy's going to town on some leaf matter. And a lot of shrimp breeders say that, you know, adding leaf matter is incredibly important. And I've found that it is, because the ghost shrimp in here, especially the big buried females, I noticed, they were actively searching out for dead plants. Like this one right here, which I believe was a sword of some sort. I accidentally planted him like in the middle of a very strong current, and he just got destroyed. So the shrimp though, on the dead and decaying leaves, especially the big buried females, loved loved eating that stuff, and they were just flocking to it. So I don't think necessarily it is a specific leaf matter that people say you have to use or not. I think it's more dead and decaying leaf matter that for some reason females, on top of eating their regular food, tend to flock towards and eat and digest. I think it helps maybe with their pregnancy or something. I have no idea what I'm talking about. So anyways, just wanted to update you guys on the crystal reds, and I'll send another video up soon so that I can give you an update on these little guys. Thanks a lot. Make sure you subscribe, hit the like button, and peace out.